Right, this is Stirling here from Primarymathsmadeeasy.com, and I just thought I'd do a quick video with to go with the resources that I've put on the multiplying and dividing by 10, 100 and 1000 site. So when we're doing multiplying by 10, 100 and 1000, again with the success criteria, there's two things that we need to ask ourselves. The first one is the answer going to get bigger or smaller? And the second thing is, by how many places? So that's what we're going to keep referring back to all the time as we go through this question. So get rid of that. And these are the resources. What I've done, this is your place value chart, and we've got the numbers up at the top which you've cut out. I've cut out 2 sets. In the actual resource there is 4 sets, but 2 sets is normally enough. What I have seen some people do is also laminate this and use a whiteboard pen over it, which is actually pretty good as well, but I think initially for kids, if they're moving the numbers about as opposed to writing them, then it helps them out. So what we'll do is we will try a couple of questions, remembering those 2 questions. Number 1, is the answer going to get bigger or smaller? Number 2, by how many places? So I've written down a few questions. So the first question is 9.3 times 10. So the first question we ask, is the number going to get bigger or smaller? If you are multiplying, that means you're going to get more of something, which means the answer will get bigger. And how you can tell by how many places is by how many zeros there are in the number. So in this case, it's going to get, let's write it down, it's going to get bigger by 1 place. So simple. So what we need to do with the chart is we need to put 9.3 on the chart first of all. So I'll leave that there. So we get things, so we've got 9.3. Now, just to go back to the question, it was 9.3 times 10, so it's going to get bigger by 1 place. So what happens here, quite simply, is that all the numbers just move up 1 place in the place value chart to the next space. And they all have to stay together. The way I talk about it is a bit like a family, so they need to be beside each other and stay together. So the 9 will move up 1 place, and the 3 will move up place. So, as you can see, 9.3 times 10 got bigger by 1 place, so my answer is, it's in the tens column, so it's 93. Simple. Let's do another one, so I'm going to put these back. Next question we've got is 8.6 divided by 10. So 2 questions. First question, bigger or smaller? We know divide, things get smaller. By how many places? And again, there's 1 0 in 10, so it will get smaller by 1 place. Okay, so we need to put 8.6 onto our place value chart. So I'll get my 8 and then my 6. So 8.6 is on. And like I said, 8.6 is get smaller by 1 place, so we just move everything down 1 place. 1, 2. And one thing we need to remember is the decimal point will just need a little frame beside it so it doesn't run away. So the answer to 8.6 divided by 10 is 0.86. So let's try another one. We'll pick up the pace a little bit with it. So again, 7.49 times 100, so I know it's going to get bigger by 2 places this time because there is 2 zeros in 100, so bigger by 2. So 7.49 times 100, so I'll put onto my place value chart 7.49. Now, we decided it was going to get bigger by 2 places, so just shuffle everything up 2 places, remember keeping them together. So 7 moves up 2, 4 moves up 2, and 9 moves up 2. So 7.49 times 100 equals 749. Let's put these back, so 9, 7, 4. Next one. So we've got 469 divided by 100. So divide, so bigger or smaller, we know it's going to get smaller. By how many places? 2 places, because there's 2 zeros in 100, so smaller by 2. So 469, let's put it into the chart, 400 in the hundreds column, and 69 and it was divide by 100, so smaller by 2 places. So everything 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 moves down 2. So my answer is 4.69. Let's do 2 more. I'll put these back. Next one we've got is times by 1,000. Exactly the same process. 2 questions. Bigger or smaller? We know it's bigger because it's multiplied. By how many places? It's got 3 zeros, so it's going to be bigger by 3 places. So 0.92 times 1,000 will get bigger by 3 places. So I'll put on my 0.92. 0.92. And like I said, times by 1,000, so bigger by 3 places, so everything will move up 3. So start 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now this one here, it's got 9 hundreds, 2 tens, nothing in the units column, and we need to just put that in. So 0.92 times 1,000 would equal 920. Last one, so I'll put my 9, 0, 2. My last one is 27 divided by 1,000. So bigger or smaller? We know this one gets smaller because when we divide it gets smaller. But how many places? We got 3 zeros and 1,000, so it gets smaller by 3 places. So 27. Put it on the grid. 27. And like I said, it's divide by 1,000, so smaller by 3 places. So everything was shuffled down 3 places. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now this one has got a gap in the tens. So if there's a gap and it's near the decimal, before the decimal, put 0 in. And then to keep the decimal from running away, we put 0 in the units. And 27 divided by 1,000 is 0.027. And what happens is, after time, the kids start to ask themselves this question and they actually shuffle it down in their head. So this is a really, really, really good tool initially. And what kids can do, they can actually create this place value chart in their books. And then if they get a question like this and do it, and it relates very specifically to working out percentages of numbers and decimals, with it being 100 and dividing by 10 and 100. So like I said, have a little go, have a little play about, download resources. If you've got any questions, ping me at primarymathsmadeeasy.com and I'll help you out. Thank you very much. Bye.